Hello everybody, and welcome to something a little bit different today on ZMS live streams. We are going to be covering the Dirt Doozy race. So this is a short 13-kilometer race, and we are going to be on the Zwift platform today. So this is my first race on the platform in 8 months, and we're going to be doing the 3 village loop. So there's the course profile. So it's a 13-kilometer race. It's going to be under 20 minutes or so, flat out effort. And there's around about 98 meters of climbing, so not too much. And we're going to start over on the right hand side where that little green, well, before that green point, that's actually the finish line. We'll loop around in an anti-clockwise direction, climb up around through the castle, then down through the fishing village, and then back towards that green marker in the top of the screen there. That's the finish line. So I'm a little bit nervous, not done a race on Zwift for a while. My last one was back in December last year, but I nipped off of work for an early lunch break, and I'm going to throw myself into the mix. I have been riding, I've been training in the meantime, so I have still got some fitness, but we will see how I get on. It's going to certainly be a little bit different today. There's quite a few of the dirt guys in here that I recognise. Brandon Peterson, Stuart Featherstone, Mr. Miller. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. So it climbs, it's pretty much a continuous climb initially, not very steep, 3-4% gradient for the first, well, it's flat for the first few kilometres. Then it's 3 to 4 kilometres of climbing, then it's downhill, and then we've got about 3 kilometres of flat back to the finish line. So we're only about a minute out from the start then. Got my companion app here, and we will see how we go. I'm actually in the A category, and that's for people with an FTP of 4 watts per kilo or above. So although I haven't been on Zwift for a while, certainly that is where I belong. Just giving them a bit of a shout out. So 10 seconds to go then. Let's get powered up. Flag's about to drop. Do a fast start as always, and away we go. It looks like we're all in together, all the groups here. We'll come out of the start pens. Ride a little bit different on this. So I've been riding on the RGT platform. Zwift is quite different. It looks like we're all in together to start with. Chase down some of these B riders. Start a little bit further up the road. We're motoring 60 kilometers an hour. Trying to move myself up the field a little bit. So the draft works a little bit different on Zwift compared to RGT. No braking for corners. No indication of that draft either, that draft saving. But the principle is the same. If you're sat in a wheel, you'll get a little bit of a saving. If you're on the front, you'll be doing the most work. I don't want to be getting too far forward at this stage. My first time racing in Makuri Islands, the Japanese world. It was released back in May. Not many events on this world at the moment. So a lot of first timers on this course as well. It's quite new for everyone. No one's really got an advantage from riding it many times before. So this will be the finish line then. Come round this bend, through this green arch, start of the 3 island loop, the 3 village loop I should say. I've got an aero power up there. Need to remember how to use those. Spacebar on the keypad. Don't have to worry about those on an RGT. So we're already about 20% of the way into the race. 10 kilometres to go from this point. You can turn left just up here. Yep. So we'll start climbing up towards the castle. Quite a big group here. 30 or so, maybe more. Mixture of A's and B riders. So the A cat riders, that's for 4 watts per kilo and above on your FTP. And B cat is the next band down, which is 3.2 to 4. So they can use the draft effect to give them a boost. They might struggle a bit on this climb. You can see this red line here, that red mark on the side of the road. That indicates the start of the climb. I'm just sitting in the front of the group, first 10 positions or so. Not sure if that's too far forward. Just trying to make sure I'm not in a position to get dropped. Don't think this climb is going to be too difficult. Sometimes just unlock the Tron bike. It's actually the bike I'm on, the glowing bike. That's a good all-rounder bike. So a bit of a stringing out as we hit this climb. I've actually ridden this world a few times. Back in May when it was released. It's quite windy up this climb from memory. Lots of tight turns, little loops. Just getting stretched out. Those few riders just starting to pull back a little bit now. It's really warm in my garage this morning. Now the 5% section. A kilometre or so of climbing, I think. Working hard this morning. The shorter races mean it's full gas from the start, in the middle and at the end. We're at the fishing village, no, castle village. I'm trying to get my heart rate down. Up at 186 at the minute. It's pretty high for me. I'm going to ride a bit later in the day as well. So I'm a bit better fueled up. And this heat isn't helping. Looks like this group is down to 20 riders then after that climbing. Mostly A riders, but there are a couple of Bs and a D. Doing well. Now onto the downhill section. So it's just to feather that effort. I think there's a gravel section coming up. I'll just slow the pace down a little bit. So one thing Zwift have done since my last race is tweak the drafting algorithm. I'm not noticing anything too obvious just yet, but it might be because it was so long ago, I can't quite remember how it worked. I think sprints on Zwift tend to start a bit earlier than on RGT. You have to watch out for that. I've got 2 fans on, but not really turned up. One of them wasn't really pointing at me, so not much use. 10k down then. So the main climbing done. A couple of bumps in the road. Still at 98 metres of climbing. And we've done 93. There's the pens on the right hand side. We're back to where we started. We've got 2.4 kilometres to the finish line. To that green arch that we passed earlier on. Still got my aero power up. Need to remember to use that. It's pretty fast from memory. We're going at 60 kilometers an hour. Pretty speedy. One kilometre then. Let's get ready for it. Couple of arrows being popped. Ah! Oh, I think I won. Ah! 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 Wow! I think I won. Well, I'm not showing in the results I've got some weird message on my screen. Saying apparently my equipment is not properly set up. I've been flagged right on the finish line. I'm in the ACAT. I wasn't watching my power on the screen, so I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if we'll be able to go back and check it. But yeah, well, not sure what to make of that. I thought I timed that quite well. I went with about 300 to go, put my aero power up, had a couple of guys in front of me that I used for a bit of draft, and then pushed on in front. You know, I was a couple of bike lengths in front at the end, but I certainly wasn't a mile ahead. So that's a bit shit that I've been flagged for that. Alright, well anyway, according to Zwift, your winner was Mr. Owens from Dirt, A rider, then Gonzo, a B rider, Keaton in third, another A rider, Antonu, G8 ZHQ Ravens, Bakushi in fifth, Godek in sixth, and then the so-called Cat D rider in seventh place. Well, considering he's Cat D and he's put out 5 watts per kilo for 20 minutes, that's a bit of a joke. Oh, that's disappointing really, because first race in Zwift in a while. Maybe it wants me to do a calibration or something. But yeah, that's pretty poor really. If I go to Zwiftpower, let's have a little look at the results. Nope. No results just yet, that's going to take a while. Look at the live results, and that shows, yeah, Brian Owens with the win ahead of, well, that has Jesse Keaton in second, and then Antonio in third. So I'm guessing Gonzo isn't Zwiftpower registered. At some point I guess it will show that I've been disqualified. Wow, that's one to follow up on I guess, but looks like some other people have also been flagged as well. It looks like Ryan Norwood and Mike Gertemuller, also dirt riders, have also been flagged as well. I'm sending them a message in the group chat. Well, there we go. I'm Brandon Peterson. So, for the dirt guys at least, getting cones of shame. Shame. Wow. Yep. We'll have to see what happens there really. Felt alright in the race. Heart rate was up, but I wasn't going too deep. So, yeah. Well, disappointing, but thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed seeing something a bit different on our channel today. And yeah, I'll try and follow up with what's happened there, and we'll post an update once we hear something. Cheers guys, and catch you later. See you all again soon.